Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you have at least a 620, I'm going to tell you 3 credit unions that are hidden gems that give you more money than Navy Federal. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people run the Navy Federal because you have bad credit and everything. However, these here credit unions, if you have at least a 620, they're willing to work with you. And I'll tell you another thing about these here credit unions. Even though they may use FICO 8 scoring, you still can add on like authorized users, and I'll tell you other things how to actually increase that 620 credit score, as well as age your credit file just for sticking around. Now, here's the first one we're talking about, and it's Members First Credit Union, all right? And so the thing about it with Members First Credit Union is that they use TransUnion, okay? Usually they'll use like TransUnion FICO. Reason that I like them is because they actually will give you a credit card up to $75,000. That's a credit card they're willing to give you. Plus, they do a soft pull when you join. So they're going to do a soft pull when you join. You need $5 in order to become a member. All right. Now, you can join through the American Consumer Council with them. All right. There's one other thing, and this is interesting. Their personal loans, check this out. If you get a up to $25,000 personal loan, then they'll give you 5 years. However, if you go over that $25,000 limit with that personal loan, they give you up to 180 months. 180 months for that loan, okay? That's a very long time. You're talking, what, about 15 years or something like that? So that's the thing about it with their flexibility. Now, also, they have something that Navy Federal does not have. They offer a line of credit. And you guys know, I always tell you, if you find an institution that offers a line of credit, always get that line of credit. Now, the cool part about this here Members First Credit Union is that you can use one hard inquiry to get multiple products. So I would more likely probably go after the credit card that's up to $75,000 plus the line of credit. Okay, so those would be the top 2 products that I would get. All right. Now, the other hidden credit union that I want to tell you about is PSECU. Okay, Penn State Employees Credit Union. Okay. Now, they pull experience, soft pull for membership. All right, $10 with that friend membership thing that they offer. Now, here's the thing about it. They offer a $30,000 credit card and a $20,000 loan. However, you can do that with one hard inquiry. So that's the reason why that I like them, because you can actually do that with one hard inquiry. Now, like I was telling you guys before I talk about this last credit union, is that here's a few ways to get yourself up to a 620. All right. So you can add on some trade lines, and I talk about them, and I mentioned it's shopping IFJ. Okay, and I put a link below. They offer anywhere from $8,000 to a $15,000 trade line. Okay, it's a line of credit on your credit file. All right. Now, I would tell you, definitely, if you already hitting about a 687, 700, you don't need that trade line. Okay. That's only for people, like I said, with a lower credit score. Now, here's another thing. Of course, adding the positive trade lines will help lower your debt to income ratio. So that's the good part about it. Then you also have Credit Strong trade lines. Now, here's the thing about it with Credit Strong. I would tell you, be very careful. I always tell people with Credit Strong on their installment loans, I would not go above $5,000. Okay. And the reason is because it will affect your DTI, your debt to income ratio, in the negative. So that's the reason why I would not go over $5,000. Then you also can add the Tomo card, right? And that Tomo card is a charge card that goes up to $30,000 as well. Now, another thing you can do, especially when you have a thin credit file and you need to age the credit file, is you can add like an authorized user. Okay, and that would help age the credit file for you. Now, not all authorized users are the same, so you have to keep that in mind. Then you also have the opportunity, remember I was talking about like rental payments, utility bills, those type of things will also help age your credit file as well. All right, so that's the reason why I tell you guys that it's not just people say, well, I got an 800 credit score. You can have an 800 credit score with just 2 trade lines, right? But the thing about it is, because the file is thin and the history is not long enough, you're going to need more trade lines. All right, so that's the reason why I wanted to bring those up. Now, here's another thing, another credit union I want to talk about, and this is my favorite. All right. And the reason it's my favorite is because of what they actually do. So this is the State Department Federal Credit Union. You guys hear me talk about them. They give credit cards up to $100,000. Now, I always tell you guys, make sure you vet these credit unions. And what I mean by that, make sure, don't just go in and start applying for credit cards and stuff like that. I would join, and I'd probably give it about 60 and 90 days, open up a savings account and a checking account, okay, before I start applying. All right, and I would just make deposits, make like $25 deposits and stuff for 60 to 90 days on a weekly basis. I would just softly feed it like that. I got one other credit union that's a hidden gem I'm gonna tell you about, but I just want you all to know that if you just slowly feed it, and where they start to trust you. And again, if they offer a CD or money market account, that is key to helping you build that relationship with them. So that's the reason why I continue to tell you guys, having multiple accounts will get you bigger money. All right. That being said, going back to State Department Federal Credit Union, they pull Experian. Okay, going up to $100,000 on the credit card, $100,000 on the loan. Now, this is what's crazy about the loans that I continue to tell you. Once you get approved for the loan, you don't have a payment for 90 days. Navy Federal, Penn Fed, nobody offers that. I made a video telling you about 5 credit unions that I know that actually will give you a loan and you don't have to make a payment for the first 90 days. But State Department Federal Credit Union, you get in there, trust me, situations get serious. All right. Now, here's another credit union I wanted to share with you real quick, and that's Kinecta Credit Union. Now, here's the thing about it with Kinecta Credit Union. They're non-geo restricted as well. Now, they pull Experian FICO 9, okay, and they go up to $100,000 line of credit and $100,000 personal loan. So I would definitely consider utilizing Kinecta. All right, and they offer the credit cards up to $50,000. But the reason why I would definitely look at them is because, again, they're offering that $100,000 line of credit that gives you so much flexibility. Plus, you can actually get their business credit cards even if you're not in their geolocation. All right, so that's another reason why I like them. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.